What if you could build a photography marketing plan that actually gets executed without working more hours, chasing every platform, or burning out halfway through the year? I'll show you exactly how to do that by stripping marketing down to what actually moves the needle. Most photography marketing plans fail because they try to do everything at once. You write a 20-page document with strategies for every possible channel, feel accomplished for a week, then never look at it again because executing it would require 3 full-time employees. A plan that actually gets executed is simple enough to fit on 2 pages, prioritized by your business stage and built around systems that run automatically. Businesses with documented marketing strategies are 313% more likely to report success. But the key word is documented, not elaborate. This is episode 2 in our 5-part series on photography marketing. In episode 1, we covered the complete strategy overview. Today we are going deep on creating a marketing plan you'll actually follow. The problem is that most photography marketing plans are built to impress rather than to execute. They sit in documents untouched for months because they demand more time and energy than anyone running a real business can sustain. A marketing plan should answer 5 questions. Who are you targeting? What makes you different? Which channels will you use? What's your budget? And what's your timeline? If your plan requires a project manager to execute, it's too complicated for a working photographer. When you try to maintain daily posts across multiple platforms, run paid ads, optimize for SEO, send weekly emails, and attend networking events simultaneously, you end up doing all of it poorly or abandoning the effort entirely. Write it down. A plan in your head isn't a plan, but a plan that requires 3 hours of daily execution isn't realistic either. If your marketing plan doesn't fit on 2 pages, cut it until it does, and refine it later once you gain traction. An actionable marketing plan includes your ideal client definition, your unique positioning statement, your top 3 marketing channels ranked by priority, your monthly time and budget allocation, and your success metrics. That's the complete list. Everything else is noise that would prevent execution. Your ideal client definition should be specific enough that you can visualize them and describe where they spend time online and offline. Your positioning statement should explain what makes you different in 1 sentence. Your top 3 channels should be ranked by ROI and aligned with your business stage. Your budget should follow the US Small Business Administration recommendation of 7 to 8% of gross revenue for marketing if you are generating less than 1 million annually. Your success metrics should focus on conversion rate and cost per acquisition, not vanity metrics like likes and followers. Who specifically you are trying to reach, what makes you the obvious choice for that person, which 3 channels will you prioritize this quarter, how much time and money will you allocate monthly, what numbers will tell you if it's working, 30% of their time on marketing, while established businesses can maintain growth with 10 to 15%. The activities that matter most depend entirely on where you are in your photography career. What works in year 1 will waste time in year 5. Early in your career, you need visibility and volume. You need bookings this month, not 6 months from now. Later, you need consistency and systems that run without constant attention. Trying to build long-term SEO when you need to pay rent next month is a mismatch that leads to frustration and failure. For early-stage photographers, networking and direct outreach yield faster results than SEO, which takes 6 to 12 months to mature. A photographer in their first 2 years should prioritize activities that generate bookings this month. Attending local networking events, reaching out directly to venue coordinators and planners, posting consistently on social media, and offering limited promotions to build a portfolio. A photographer in years 2 through 5 shift focus to activities that compound over time. Build an email list, publishing blog content for SEO, optimize website for conversions, and creating automated lead nurturing sequences. A photographer with 5 or more years of experience should focus on automation, referral systems, and strategic partnerships that reduce manual effort while maintaining lead flow. Not all marketing channels are equal, and not all channels are right for your business. The question isn't which channels are best in general, but which channels reach your ideal client most effectively. If you shoot weddings, Instagram and Pinterest aren't optional because 97% of Gen Z consumers use social media as their top source of shopping inspiration. If you shoot commercial work, LinkedIn is where 80% of B2B leads are generated. Track every inquiry source for 3 months. Ask every lead how they found you. Record the answers in your CRM. Using a CRM allows photographers to automatically track lead sources, often revealing that 30 to 50% of leads come from a single channel. After 3 months, you see patterns that should reshape your entire marketing approach. Double down on what's working. Cut what isn't. Most photographers waste time on channels that feel productive but generate no bookings. The data will show you where your effort actually converts to revenue. Marketers who use automation tools are 46% more likely to report a well-executed strategy. Automation doesn't mean impersonal, it means consistent. When your marketing runs on systems instead of willpower, it happens even during your busiest shooting months. Sustained marketing success for photographers comes from building robust systems, not from relying on daily motivation. Those who burn out are dependent on fleeting motivation, while those who thrive implement systems that operate consistently regardless of how they feel. Batching content creation saves up to 40% of time compared to daily creation. Dedicate 1 day per month to creating all your content, blog posts, videos, newsletters, and social media. Schedule it and move on. I batch all my content on the first Monday of every month. It takes a full day, but then I don't think about content production for the rest of the month. There's a simple framework behind this that lets you increase output without sacrificing quality. The link is in the description. That single habit freed up hours every week that I'm now spending creating systems to scale, all with my family and friends. The same principle applies to email marketing, blog writing, and client follow-ups. Document your process once, automate what repeats, and free your time for activities that require your direct involvement. Email sequences, social media scheduling, and CRM workflows ensure marketing happens even when you are busy shooting. These are uncomplicated systems. They are simple automations that remove the daily decision of whether to market today. The rule of 7 states a prospect needs to hear a message 7 times before taking action. Repeating your core message isn't boring, it's effective. Most of your audience didn't see it the first 6 times. Brands that are consistently presented are 3 to 4 times more likely to experience brand visibility. Marketing only when you need clients creates a cycle where you are always starting from scratch. The photographers with the most stable businesses market consistently, regardless of how busy they are. They understand that marketing today generates bookings 6 months from now. Vanity metrics like likes and followers don't correlate to revenue. The metrics that matter are conversion rate and cost per acquisition. How many website visitors become inquiries? How many inquiries become bookings? And how much did you spend to acquire each client? Without measurement, you are guessing. You might be doubling down on activities that produce nothing while neglecting the channel that generates most of your bookings. Data removes the guesswork and shows you exactly where to focus. If your website is converting below 2%, you have a website problem. If it's converting above 5%, your marketing is working well. These benchmarks give you a clear target instead of vague hopes that things are improving. Track inquiry sources. Only 58% of marketers use attribution models to track where leads come from. This is a missed opportunity. Every inquiry form should ask, "How did you hear about us?" and every answer should be recorded in your CRM. I spent 2 years marketing without tracking anything and had no idea which activities were generating bookings. Once I started tracking inquiry sources, I discovered that 60% of my leads came from one channel I had been neglecting. That insight changed my entire marketing strategy and doubled bookings within 6 months. It takes an average of 8 touch points to generate a viable sales lead. A client might discover you on Instagram, visit your website, read a blog post, see you tagged by a venue, and then finally inquire. Which channel gets credit? Without attribution, you might cut the channel that introduces clients to your brand simply because it didn't get the final click. Give new marketing activities at least 3 months before evaluating results. SEO takes 6 to 12 months to mature. Email list building takes time to generate enough subscribers to produce consistent bookings. And social media requires consistent posting before the algorithm rewards you with reach. If something isn't working after 3 months of consistent effort, adjust or cut it. But don't abandon a strategy after 2 weeks because you haven't seen immediate results. Marketing is a long game. The photographers who win are the ones who stay consistent long enough for their efforts to compound. Here's what this looks like in practice. Successful solopreneurs spend an average of 5 to 10 hours per week on marketing activities. That's 1 to 2 hours per day or 1 full day per week dedicated to marketing. The 50-50 rule suggests spending 50% of your time creating and 50% promoting. Most photographers spend 90% creating and 10% promoting, then wonder why no one sees their work. Small businesses outsource marketing more than any other task except accounting. Outsourced tasks when the cost of the freelancer is less than your hourly billable rate as a photographer. If you bill $300 per hour and can hire someone for $50 per hour, outsourcing makes sense. If your time isn't yet fully booked, doing it yourself makes more sense. Customer acquisition cost tends to rise as you exhaust early adopter channels, requiring more sophisticated marketing funnels. The easy wins disappear. If your plans stop working, revisit your tracking data. Identify which channels stop performing and why. Test new approaches and adjust your budget allocation based on what the data tells you. A marketing plan is the execution layer of your overall photography marketing strategy. Once you understand what marketing activities work for your business stage, the next challenge is building systems that keep those activities running consistently. That's where automation, documentation, and prioritization turn scattered effort into predictable results. The plan isn't the goal. Consistent execution is the goal, and the plan exists only to make execution possible. The Elite Success Accelerator is built to help photographers transition from scattered tactics to systematized marketing that runs automatically. ESA provides structured frameworks for visibility, lead generation, and automation, so you can stop reacting to random advice and start building momentum with clear, connected systems. You can join ESA for free. Links are in the description. Please subscribe so you don't miss episode 3, where we break down how to build a photography website that converts visitors into inquiries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.